Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Sheen, your host. This is Money Matters. In this channel, we talk about money, finance, how to grow your money, how to invest your money, how to make money work hard for you. Guys, thank you so much. The people that have been super supportive of me. I thought I was going to be out maybe more than 1 or 2 days, but it seems like I feel like 95% better. So I decided I need to put out a video for you guys. I've been reading all your comments, a lot of well wishers wishing me well for my surgery. It was just a minor outpatient surgery. I was resting all day in bed yesterday. And like I said, today I feel about 95% better. So I said, let's put out a video. So today we're going to put out a video about Lordstown Motors. But before we get started, give me a thumbs up. Really helps out the channel. Consider subscribing if you haven't yet already. Use my links in the description below. It really helps out the channel. For Webull, Cash App, or Robinhood, if you don't have one of those products, using my links, you get free stocks and free money. And also, I will also get free stocks and free money, and that will help me out a lot. If you shop on Amazon, consider using my links to go through into Amazon, and that also helps out the channel. So appreciate you guys very, very much. I'm almost at 5,000 subscribers, so that's absolutely amazing. So thank you guys so much for the support. Thank you guys for finding value in my content and my video and my opinion. So let's get started. Today we're talking about Lordstown. Here is the Lordstown Endurance truck. This is the truck that's was supposed to come out this year. It was delayed, so it's going to come out next year, summer of 2021. They are trying to target to be the first truck to come out, first EV truck to come out. To me, I think it's going to be a really close neck and neck situation with Tesla Cybertruck and the Lordstown Endurance. They're both slated to come out next year, so we'll just see how fast Tesla can get their factory built out there in Austin, and how fast Lordstown could get their Lordstown factory up and running and start producing these trucks. So this is the chart for today. Absolutely going up today, up 11.44%, closed at 1783. And that is a big jump because this stock has been trading pretty much sideways ever since the announcement in the beginning of August. I got into this early, about $11 and change. I got into this, and this stock has not really done anything, has not performed with the rest of the EV market. And I think it's just because there's just so many EV plays out there right now. It's not like 5 months ago, 6 months ago, when there's not that many EV plays. Now there's like just tons of EV plays, Green Power Motors, Tesla, NIO, now XPeng, Li Auto, just to name a few. So there's so many EV plays. So a lot of people are just kind of spreading out their money. And so I don't think some SPACs, also there's just tons of SPACs. So a lot of attention can't go into one direction. So that's why I think this stock, this Lordstown Motor, isn't getting the attention it deserves. But nonetheless, it's getting some attention now, and it's really because of the Republican National Convention. Pence was talking about Lordstown Motors. There was a small piece. They were talking about Lordstown Motors. It had a debut, I think, on night 2 of the Republican National Convention. And so now people are starting to talk about GM, Lordstown Motors, the Endurance, and the whole story there. So this story, I think, is going to get hot. So that's why you see my trademark rocket there. There's my rocket. I suspect this stock is going to go up, and I suspect it's going to go up tomorrow, specifically tomorrow, because the Republican National Convention, I think, is day 3 now. Day 3, Donald Trump is going to talk, and I think he's going to drop the name Lordstown Motors. It's in Ohio. The Lordstown Motors in Ohio. He needs the Ohio voters, so I think he's going to drop the name. He's going to, probably pump up the stock. So it was up 11.8%. I believe, personally, just my opinion, that I believe the only reason why I was up today is because of what Pence was talking about on day 2, and that little video they had about Lordstown. Now people are thinking the same way I'm thinking, that Trump is going to drop this name as well tonight. And so people have been buying in today in expectation of this. And tomorrow, I think the stock is going to pop, is going to spike, especially if Donald Trump does drop that name. I fully suspect him to drop that name. It's the whole political aspect, the whole GM, the whole Lordstown, Ohio, that whole political sphere ball that's been rolling for the past few years. So let's go on with it. Closed at 1768. It was the 5-day performance up nearly 28%. 1 month performance up 71%. So I put out 3 videos on Lordstown Motors. Not a lot of love here. About 1.8, 2.8, 4.8 thousand views on my videos about Lordstown/Workhorse. If you haven't watched those videos, consider watching those videos. They're all really relevant still today. Not a lot of news has changed. So if you're interested in getting into Lordstown LMC, the ticker symbol is DPHC right now. It is a SPAC. It's going to merge with Lordstown. The new ticker is going to be RIDE, RIDE. and that's for Lordstown Motors Company. So that it's supposed to happen, I believe, Q4 of 2020. So just in a few months, it's going to happen, this merger. So check out those videos if you haven't yet already. But this is the video that I'm talking about. Youngstown trucker says Donald Trump saved Lordstown in RNC video. So there's a little video out there if you want to search the internet. It's just this trucker talking about how Donald Trump saved Lordstown. And so that the name Lordstown is continuously being dropped in the Republican National Convention or in the Republican circle. So that's why it's getting the love that I think it deserves. So this interview with the trucker, his name is DeFabio. So in the interview, DeFabio focused on Trump's role in bringing Lordstown Motors to the Lordstown plant, which GM sold to the startup. Pence visited the Lordstown Motors plant in June for the unveiling of the electric vehicle startup truck, the Endurance. So if you guys don't know, back in June, they debuted this truck, and the special guest there was Mike Pence.
Well, hello, Ohio! Today is a new beginning for Lordstown, and it's a new day of leadership in electric vehicles in the United States. Thank you very much. God bless you. God bless Ohio, and God bless America.
So you can see already the political surrounding of this company, about the whole story, the whole backstory, the whole political story. The tie-ins with Ohio, the voters of Ohio. Donald Trump has promised jobs to Lordstown, to Ohio. No Republican has ever won the presidency without winning Ohio. So this is very, very important for the Republican Party, this whole story about Lordstown / Workhorse. So Workhorse is part of this story as well. So if you guys are not invested in Workhorse, this story ties into Workhorse / Lordstown / GM / the Republican Party / Ohio. So check out all my videos. I have probably like 5 or 6 videos if you combine Workhorse / Lordstown and this whole political spectrum around this whole play. So anyways, Trump was highly critical of GM's decision to close Lordstown plant in March of 2019. So if you don't know, this GM massive facility in Lordstown, Ohio, able to produce 600,000 vehicles out of this plant. So absolutely massive plant, had hundreds and hundreds of jobs, and GM was closing it down. The last vehicle that GM was producing out there was the Chevy Cruze, and GM is just not doing good nowadays, and so they were closing down the plant. Hundreds of jobs, if not thousands of jobs, were going to go away. So Trump is getting credit for saving this plant. So GM decided not to close down the plant. The GM decided to sell this plant to Lordstown Motors. They were a startup company producing electric vehicles. So they sold to Lordstown Motors, and this plant is back up and running. They remodeled the plant, retooled the plant to produce the Lordstown Endurance. Backstory, Lordstown Endurance is actually a Workhorse truck. It's called the W15. Workhorse is the one that designed this truck, but they sold the rights to this truck to Lordstown Motors. CEO of Lordstown Motors is actually the founder of Workhorse. So so that's the whole story, the tie-in with Workhorse and Lordstown Motors. So this truck is now being produced out of that plant, and it's supposed to be coming out middle of 2021. So as Gino observed, this president reached out to General Motors to find a way to bring jobs back to Lordstown, and plans were soon set in motion to create Lordstown Motors. So here's a clip. I think this was 2017, where this whole GM factory was going to close down, and Donald Trump stood up in front of people of Ohio and told them, don't move, don't sell your house, basically saying that he's going to bring jobs. He's going to guarantee jobs to come back to Ohio. And so this was before Lordstown came in and took over the plant. So he is getting credit for bringing Lordstown, the jobs back to Lordstown.
Once incredible job-producing factories. And my wife, Melania, said, what happened? I said, those jobs have left Ohio. They're all coming back. They're all coming back. Coming back. Don't move. Don't sell your house. Don't sell your house.
And so this all ties into this United States Postal Service deal with Workhorse. If Workhorse is able to get that deal, Workhorse's headquarters is in Ohio. And in my personal opinion, I believe if Workhorse does get this USPS deal, that a lot of those trucks, this United States Postal Service trucks, will be produced out of Lordstown Motors. So this is the key for Donald Trump to get elected, at least to win Ohio, promising fulfilling his promise to bring massive amounts of jobs back to Ohio with Lordstown Motors, the endurance truck, and possibly with Workhorse producing the United States Postal Service trucks out of Lordstown Motors. All right, guys, so I put this post a couple of hours ago. So I said Lordstown Motors, I'm betting on Donald Trump will drop the name tonight. Bigger bump coming tomorrow, I'm betting. So that's why I think the stock was up today, and my prediction, we'll see if it happens tonight. Tonight, I believe, is day 3 of the Republican National Convention, and Donald Trump is going to take the stage. And my opinion, my guess is he's going to talk about Lordstown Motors, and that's going to pop the stock. So tomorrow morning, I fully expect Lordstown Motors to have a nice pop in their stock price. So that's my prediction. We'll see if it comes true tomorrow. So this is my personal position on Diamond Peak, Lordstown Motors. I'm currently up 45.5%, cost basis of $11.89. So guys, that is my video about Lordstown. I just have a few more stocks I just want to talk about, probably be another 3 minutes. So first one is Tesla. Holy cow, look at this, $22.38, unbelievable. When I bought this at $1,400, people were saying, you're absolutely insane buying at $1,400. This thing is about to crash. You're going to lose your money. And that was at the all-time highs at that time. $1,400 was the last time that I bought any shares of Tesla. And now we're looking at $23.38. My prediction, check out my other videos. My prediction, I have probably like 2 or 3 videos out there. There it is. I predicted $2,400 in August. I had that first prediction 1 month ago. I put out a video. And then 1 week ago, I talked about it again. I'm predicting $2,400 in the month of August. We're less than $200 away from my prediction. So I think we're only 4 more days into August. So we'll see if it happens in August. It could happen tomorrow. It could happen probably in September. So we'll see if my prediction comes true. Next one I want to talk about just real quick, just probably like 30 seconds. IPO today, XPeng. IPO was $15 and it immediately shot up 42% to $21.39. So it is a Chinese auto manufacturer, EV cars, basically copying the playbook from Tesla. A lot of similarities to Tesla. So I haven't really done much research into XPeng. I mean, I think their cars look nice, but other than that, I haven't really looked much into it. I suspect this price will come down. I think it's just the initial hype, the initial pop. I suspect this price will come back down, probably back into the 17, 16 range. That's just my opinion. It is something to watch. We'll see how well it does. But for me right now, it's just a watch. I'm not interested in getting into any auto manufacturer that is competing with Tesla. I just don't see a point in it. Tesla's the #1 player. Tesla has compound annual growth of 40 to 50%. So why would I put my money into some speculative, Chinese stock, NIO, XPeng, Candy? I'm just not interested in. I am interested in other EV plays like Lordstown Motors because they're targeting the fleet sector, the fleet trucks. So that's kind of not the same area that Tesla is playing in. Also like Green Power Motors, put out a video about that. They're targeting a whole different EV sector, school buses, shuttle buses. So I think those plays are more interesting instead of getting into plays that are directly in competition with Tesla. I just don't believe in anybody catching up to Tesla. Tesla is way ahead and they're moving faster. So that's just my opinion, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Give me a thumbs up, and thank you for all the support just for me personally and just for the channel. Appreciate you guys so much. Consider subscribing. Give me a thumbs up. Have a good one. Peace.